This is where yesterday the 98th U.S. Amateur Boxing Championships took place. Not only the national championship on the line, but the right to go into the box-off and the privilege of winning that to go on to the World Championships, which will be held in Reno, Nevada in the middle of May and covered here on ABC. The super heavyweight bout, the closer, oh, it was a dandy. Let's show you what happened. We go now to the big boys, the super heavyweights, Wesley Watson and Alex Garcia. Wesley Watson coming in at 219.5 pounds. He lives in Wilmington, Delaware. He is stationed in the U.S. Army at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. From North Hollywood, California, Alex Garcia, 217 pounds. When I said they were big boys, I meant it. And here they go. Round number one.
They're also the two oldest fighters here in the finals, the Nationals, Keith.
Wesley Watson is the defending champion. Won it last year with a decision over Sinclair Bath. Alex Garcia, on the other hand, while not terribly experienced yet, perhaps lacking in some basic skills, has speed. He's quick. Garcia defeating Kozad, John Kozad, Richard Lockman, and Kimuel Odom. Odom in the semifinals. While Watson got a DQ call over Gilbert Pierce last night in the semifinals. He also had a DQ call disqualified call against Curtis Cook. And the referee stopped the contest with James Smith. So in total time in combat here in the tournament, Wesley Watson has had the lesser work, but neither man has really been sorely tested.
Good body punch by Wesley Watson. I thought did some damage, but it just woke Garcia up. He scored a series of punches. And I'll tell you this, Wesley Watson cannot back up. Look at him, defiant.
John Hollis is the referee.
And Garcia has Watson rattled with just that hand speed you were talking about, Keith. He's just not used to it. As many punches coming out. He likes to fight calm fights, this Wesley Watson. Just score his 1-2, stalk his man, and Garcia's got him a little bit rattled. You see Watson slow, ponderous almost with the punches. Big question is, can Garcia keep this pace up? I can hear him breathing already pretty heavily.
Well, he did last night against Odom. Took a 5-0 decision.
Which surprised me. Odom has never been a great super heavyweight, but he was good enough to beat Mike Tyson a couple of years ago. And
well, John Hollis has just taken a point away from Wesley Watson for hooking and holding.
You better believe we're going to have more holding before this fight is over.
Yeah, third round, liable to get like two vines climbing a tree.
A lot faster pace than Wesley Watson wants.
Question is, will Alex Garcia punch himself out as we come up to a half minute to go in round one? Garcia's thrown a lot of punches.
And he's landed a lot more than I really thought he would. Caution from Hollis to Garcia for holding.
Oh, right hand by Garcia.
They both threw bombs and Garcia got home.
Wesley Watson just sort of looked at him and the thing ricocheted off his chin, and I'm not even sure Wesley even blinked. It's been a bit of a surprise as the super heavyweight against Wesley Watson. Quick hands by Garcia, and he was unloading some heavy stuff.
But this is the best action of that round. But Garcia, for the first time, backed Wesley Watson up and scored to the body and to the head. Good uppercut there, right uppercut. Putting punches together well and accurately.
Yep.
Watson had his hands up, but Garcia found the openings.
Garcia is 24 years of age. Watson is 23 years of age.
I can tell you this, Alex Garcia threw in the neighborhood of 100 punches that round, and that is tremendous. Here it is, 103 punches, landed 34 according to our punch stat, which is the computer punch counting. Obviously counts punches thrown and punches connected. And 103 punches for a super heavyweight is more than they generally throw in an entire fight.
That's exactly right. Which, thus the question, what will it be like in the last minute of the fight? For both men, for that matter. It'll be very rare if Garcia can maintain the pace through 3.
John Hollis cautioning for Garcia's use of the shoulder in that infighting in there. Just did it again. He's trying to stand Watson up with his shoulder.
Watson now starting to come just a bit here in the second round.
I would be very surprised if Alex Garcia doesn't need a lot of time off at various points for the rest of this fight. That punch stat show that Wesley Watson threw 79 punches. That's a lot of work for Wesley, too. That's more than he wanted to do. He likes to pace himself. A little bit of tape coming off the right glove of Wesley Watson, and John Hollis is going to have to stop this fight, get that attended to.
That will be to the advantage at this particular moment, I think, for Garcia. I believe Garcia benefits the most here. When the referee has stopped it for an equipment repair, you notice the clock stops, and now they'll resume. And I think Alex Garcia enjoyed that deep breath.
There's going to become a time when both these fighters are going to wonder if there's such a thing as a timeout.
A lot of action for super heavyweights. Watson coming in at 219 and a half, and Garcia at an even 217. Garcia stands 6'2", while Walker is 6'4". But the way Wesley fights, he has literally a 4 1/4 inch reach advantage. But his posture in boxing is not designed to take advantage of it. He seems to fight better in a tucked position.
Wesley's got something coming off the left glove now. He's taken over in this round a little bit, Keith. He's asserted himself. He's now controlling the fight. Partially because he's doing the right thing.
Good right hand by Watson. Now we've got some tape trouble on Garcia's glove.
Laces. John Hollis is going to get a housekeeping award here. If he wanted to, he could go over and fix Wesley as well. Wesley Watson's Army teammates are behind us cheering him on and shouting 19, which is obviously some kind of combination they want to see him throw. I don't know what it is, but I bet it involves a left jab. He'd be a lot better off if he'd start his combinations with a left jab, find the range with that, keep Garcia on the end of it, and then let his hands go.
10 seconds to go in round 2. Still throwing a lot of punches, but certainly Garcia has slowed some here in the second round.
John Hollis stopping
loses a point.
Yeah, taking a point away from Garcia for holding.
And the round is over. Here's your final 3 minutes for the super heavyweights. Alex Garcia in the all red, and in the gold, it is Wesley Watson of the U.S. Army. A good, strong right hand by both men, marking the early moments of this third round. Garcia slowed down in that second round, Alex.
Big drop-off in production for Garcia, and Wesley Watson upped his work rate to almost 100 punches. Fast start here to the third round. Both men very determined. Awful lot of prestige and a reward for all the hard work they put in over the year for them to win the championship of their country.
I would think it probably helps to have about 20 guys standing over here at the side of the ring. Wesley Watson's teammates, they are really cheering him on, and he's got to hear it. It's got to reach him, whereas Garcia is virtually alone in there, though he just stung Wesley Watson and drew blood from the lower lip with a straight left hand.
At the end of round 2, Garcia slumped along the ropes. He was very, very tired. He's trying to rally here, and has well in the first minute of this round. But whether he can sustain it all the way through the round remains to be seen.
Twice he's thrown the right-hand lead in the round, and twice it's worked very well. And twice he has now 3 times landed that very stiff straight left jab.
Wesley's just walking into it as he stalks his man, backs him up. It's good for Wesley to be backing Garcia up, but he has to defend himself as he comes in. Just can't come in right open.
There's a right, left, and another left by Garcia, all on the money.
And here's Garcia coming back well, Keith.
Watson may be hurt.
Some body punches took something out of Wesley. Both men.
What does Garcia have left? A left hook snaps the head back of Wesley Watson. Another left, another right, another left to the body. Garcia now in a rally. Another left. Standing eight. It's an 8 count. Standing 8 for Wesley Watson.
I honestly did not think Alex Garcia could stage this kind of a rally, Keith. He's obviously gotten a second win and has come out here to dominate so far this third round.
The last minute belonged to Garcia. Now we have 40 seconds to go in the fight. Watson, after the standing 8 count, seems to get a bit of extra energy himself. There's a sharp left hand to the face of Garcia. But Garcia comes back with that right hand. It's a rough finish for both men.
Wesley has to rally here in the closing seconds to pull even in this round, Keith. Both fighters have been penalized 1 point, so that balances.
Less than 10 seconds. Both men marked from a furious super heavyweight finale. And they go on after the bell, and John Hollis takes a couple of raps himself as the fighters did Davis Harris. This is their decision.
Yes. Is in the blue corner, Alex Garcia.
Alex Garcia, 4-1, the vote from the 5 judges. I had it closer.
Upset of the defending champion. Really a tremendous effort by Alex Garcia.
So he steps squarely into the pursuit of things for the World Championships coming up in Reno, Nevada in the middle of May. Alex Garcia from North Hollywood, California, making his first step into major national competition. And now a look at the other young men who took home gold medals. Brian Lennon, light flyweight. Arthur Johnson, flyweight 112. Michael Collins, the bantamweight champion. Kelsey Banks, the 125-pound champion. Vincent Phillips, the lightweight champion at 132, and Nick Koukouras, the light welterweight champion. Kenneth Gold at welterweight 147, and Michael Moorer at 156 pounds. Anthony Hembrick, 165, the middleweight title. Lauren Ross, he's now 3 pieces of gold from this tournament, and Michael Bent winning his second gold medal as the heavyweight. And Alex Swallow, your closing comments in the wake of the national championships.
Well, Keith, I think that there is the core of a very strong U.S. team here. I do not think they will come out of this tournament and go into the World Championships in Reno next month able to compete on a par with the great Cuban team, with the Soviet team, and the Eastern Bloc countries. But I think there's enough raw material here that down the road, Pat Nappy and Roosevelt Sanders, the national coaches, can put together a team that will represent us very well in Seoul in 1988.
And we look forward to visiting with you from
Roma Country Club.